I don't know. I don't know if it was a YouTube thing or if it was a me thing, but I mean, perfect timing. It ended really at a good spot, but it just been shutting down on me. It did this yesterday too. If it ain't one fucking thing, it's another thing, dude. Extreme fucking playing dumbass games all fucking day, no problem. But as soon as I start talking about some real shit, my fucking internet wants to cut the fuck out. Or whatever the fuck happened. I don't even know what happened. I had a fucking rant that I went on right after that one, but I don't completely remember what I said. I was basically breaking down the video that he was, that he had or whatever, but YouTube apparently doesn't. I don't know. I'm not in a really good mood right now. So what we'll do is we'll just watch the next video, and then after that one, I guess I'll save my words. So there'll be 2 videos. Where's the other video at? So this video I got before, or I got I had to find on YouTube, and this one's a little longer, but this is him on his last day. This is I guess this is right before it happened. He talks about some things, but we'll go through this one, and we'll go through this one, and then I'll save my thoughts. So here we go.
Morning. It is January 29th, 2021, and by my clock, 9:17 in the morning, and this is my last day at work. So, didn't give a notification, obviously, because this is the notification, but it's not my last day, it's just my last day working my job I love. So I just want to speak on one subject and talk on that, and then it will go from there. But I'd like to say I have the floor right now, and I would like to not be heard, but just listen. So Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, Green Lives Matter, Brown, this, that, it's the completely wrong thinking. Because even when you say lives matter, you're specifically saying a particular group of lives, like Black lives, just Black lives. The wording in our mind frame, in our perception, in our scope, and the lens that we're seeing it through is that's the wrong thing. Drop all your other phrases, whatever mottos and catchphrases. This is it. Only life matters. Only life matters. Not only lives, but only life. Because I'm leading a life. You're leading a life. We're going through life together. We're not going through lives together. We're going through life. It's weird because it's singular and it refers to my, like, I value my life as you should yours. It's not I value my lives because I'm only leading one. So it might have different aspects of it in different parts, but I mean, I'm only leading one thing going in one direction. So I don't understand why there has to be constant division. If we start seeing that only life matters, where might that get us? Where might that get us? Because what we're doing right now is, there's not even no word for it. And I'm not just even referring to that specific topic, but just across the board. I'm not talking about economics, anything else. I think if we get back to what the base of what we're supposed to get back to, and that's God, and we recognize that we have a piece of that in us, then we'll see each other in a different view, because that's the only way you can do that. And there is a God. There's no, prove me wrong. You can't. You cannot. I don't believe this is not happenstance. I don't feel what I feel. I couldn't do what I'm going to do for it to be happenstance. There's no way that this is a mistake. You're not a mistake. God doesn't make mistakes. It doesn't. Everything has a direction, has a purpose. I figured out what I was supposed to do. So if you're going by Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, I guess being that I'm both, does my life doubly matter? So I'm like above someone? No, we're putting ourselves in subgroups and categories, and there's no difference between us. There's no difference between us. I don't know what happens over the course of us when we grow and mature, but you see these kids that I'm looking at now, and I'm looking at it through a scope and a view that my normal work day, this was my last time seeing them. I'm not gonna see them again. Last wave, they don't know that. Nobody else knows that. I do. But with that said, our kids, when I say life matters, that means from when it begins, when it starts inside of somebody to when they put you back in the ground, that time in between, that matters. No argument about it. No argument about it. The ones that we get here, what are we pouring into them, man? Our children are watching snuff films, basically people getting killed on the regular, and we're broadcasting it to them like it's the thing to do. We are in error, man, and it pains me that it's gotten to this point. But like, what's gonna give if people don't just start living accordingly to what they're supposed to do? Because we done tried every other kind of way. I mean, you know, people are just leaning on their own understanding and doing whatever they want to do. Cool. Look at the ripple effect of where we're at. This is real simple. Life. What is the opposite of life? Death. There's only two. So, I mean, is there going to be a group that says only death matters? It's a transition.
It's meat. It's red, white, and green.
Get your fucking money, Google.
To get to that, we got to deal with the portion of that to get to where you are. But only afterlife matters? We haven't even started living our lives accordingly, like what we're supposed to be doing, and our lives are purposeful and they're meaningful, and we are not treating each other with the respect and the love that we're supposed to, because we do not see each other as we are. Treat each other accordingly. That's it. There's no need for all of the murder. There's a difference between killing and murder. People get killed in bicycle accidents and falling off of platforms and trains. Murder is malice and forethought. It's like, it is so rampant. I can't understand how it's just the thing to do. And I was in the military. I mean, but that's a totally different circumstance. Like, but the stuff that's happening out here in such close proximity to like children, it's really sad that I am, and what we do is necessary, because like there's people who are so twisted that, I mean, I'm not saying it hasn't happened before and has always been like demonic and evil, but as of late, it's like we are, I don't even know. And the problem is we're not giving them another healthy alternative. Like, I mean, the adults are just as bad. Y'all are the ones who are doing. What are the children seeing? Now, I am not perfect. There was only one perfect. I am not him. I am not saying that. I am not perfect. But what I tried to do is do right by them. Try to be as good for them as I possibly can, because I would want that for my children. I do. I, by default, am spending more time with them than y'all are. And I'm not talking about a jab or anything, because, I mean, I got to work too. I'm not with my sons right now. But even with that said, you know, I'm close to your kids. We're not doing right by them. I'm not saying these specific kids. I'm talking about everybody in general, across the board. There's enough blame to be given. And just how we think that we can just do anything to anyone, and like the murdering and the life, okay, well, say it that way, the lives that are being taken, because they're being taken individually, sometimes they're in group mass. It's, I don't know, man. This is beyond me, and I can't think how this has gotten to the point that it's the norm. Nothing else matters but life. Because if there isn't anything there, there's no existence of anything. There's no propagation of anything. It's not going to keep going on. Only life matters. Only life matters. That is it. And you fall under that umbrella, everybody is doing it at once. We're going through life together. It is one experience. It's not like we're going through, you know, separate whatever. I'm not even delving into no nonsense like that. We're going through this present right now. Let's deal with what we're dealing with here and the here and now before we start expounding on other things and try to say that, you know, whatever. Like I said, not a point that I'm going to cover. What I'm saying is we need to do better by each other. Point blank. Point blank. I wake up every day wanting to do my job. Like I love doing my job, and I couldn't really see myself doing anything else other than this, man, because it is absolutely wonderful dealing and watching the progression of these little people. And I can't think how we've gotten to the point that we're just letting them be fed anything, and then when they wild out and do something crazy, we're like, oh, where'd that come from? Well, what's been poured into them as of late? Well, this has been going on a long time. We have to say that. There's so much division, and it's absolutely unnecessary. The way I look at it, I'm responsible for two places. I got a elementary school I'm responsible for, and a middle school I'm responsible for. At the elementary, there's 289, and at the middle school, there's 242, for a grand total of 531. Now, when people ask me how many kids I got, I say 2. But in my mind, I'm thinking 530. I'm responsible for your kids. And I feel like I would lay it down for any of those children any day of the week without hesitation. If I didn't come here with that mindset in this thing for this job, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. You wouldn't want me here. I shouldn't be here. And I'm not putting myself above, but why can't we just see each other like that? Like, why can't we just value each other? I'm not saying we're not gonna have bickering and gripes, but to take it to the extremes that we've been taking it, it's what's about to go down is the only thing I think that's gonna get y'all. I can't figure out anything else, because trust me, this has been on me for quite some time, like for days, better part of days. I can't explain.
Listen, fucking Google.
Hey,
you about to piss me.
Question for you.
explain it like it was something I could just wish away, because I've been in bad places before that, like, oh, okay, oh, well, no, I can bounce back. Fleeting idea. No, this, I'm like, okay, well, like, but it wasn't from an unhealthy place. I'm in a good, like, I'm leading a good life. Like, it has its ups and downs, and there's a lot of things I want to change about it, but it's still mine to lead, and I don't want to lose it, but like, I don't know what else to do to try to convey that this is something I feel that strongly about. Please, for the love of God, do not think that I came up with this on my own. There's no way I came up with this on my own. You would have asked me last Friday what was on my mind. I don't know, maybe going out somewhere to eat. This Friday, after all of the continuation of stuff that has gone on this week, personally to me, like, I can't deny when I'm being directed, or like, this was as clear as I am talking to you now. And it was a progression of things, and I know y'all ain't gonna understand it, and that's fine. But what I want y'all to understand is why it's being done, because I can't. I just hope that, like, let it be small to start with here, and then bleed out. But can we just have a pause? Let this pause us. Let this pause us so we can then catch our heads, take the progression forward, and be like, I feel it has to be dramatic and bold. So I like, what else am I to do? I don't know. More so to the point, who else is going to do it? And I don't know, like, I'm sitting parked next to a playground, and I'm just looking at them do their things, and they're completely oblivious to this. I'm wondering all of the stuff that they're going to be doing, what's going on with them. These are beautiful little people walking around here. Can we continue to see ourselves as that as we get older? They got the answer. I don't know how we lose it again, but it's we are messing up beyond control. Is this thing is going to spiral to the point? I don't know, but I tell you what, if you need a banner raised for this, or whatever this is going to be, only life matters. Whoever can debate against that, those are the ones you need to be worried about. That is the enemy, because the opposite of life is death. Sin is death. You figure that out, what that means to you. I know where I read it at. Not saying I look, far from perfect. But I don't know. It can't be said that this was a mistake. This has been the progression for me to get to arrive at this point. Like, I just realized this, or was tasked with this, almost a week ago. It'll be Saturday, it'll be a week ago. I think about, like, and I'm not Jesus. I think about how from the beginning, from the get-go, he knew what he had to do, and he knew when it was going to happen. The whole, like, and that was what, 33 small years? I'm 44. Like, bro, this last almost week, when I say I have, like, been crying, like, out of the blue, like, I've been wearing my sunglasses so much and just, like, playing a God, nobody rolls up on me, because there ain't no way I'm going to be able to explain this. Won't happen. Like, they'll be like, what is wrong with you? Like I'm having a damn breakdown. And I have. But I am lucid. I know this is going to be fine-tooth combed and picked through and, like, everything. I get that, as it should be. Nobody up in here, anywhere, who's been dealing with me as of late for this last week can say I have not been in my right faculties and my right mind. Nothing like that. This is the most, look at it. This is the most conscious decision I have ever made. This, trust, because I promise you, this was nothing that I wanted to, I thought it was way down the line. Surprise, okay. And, I don't know. I just hope that it's worth something, and please explain it right. And no, stop before what you think. It's like not about to go down here. This is just my last day at work. This is why I'm talking about it. Okay? I know when it has to go down. Okay? But
it's school. It's open.
The fact that this is getting ads right now is literally pissing me the fuck off. Stop.
To know that, like, okay, clock out, go up, last day, everybody's eating lunch and whatnot. Like, okay, it's my last Friday. And like I say, no man knows the hour, nor the time. I do. And it is kind of so nothing else matters. Only life matters. And if you're doing the opposite of, that is on you. Let's get under one thing and let's be united under that, because that's the only thing we can get united of. There's so many splinter factions of everything. What can you possibly, it's hard to make a choice. I mean, you got more groups of things to, acronyms and whatnot than flavors of ice cream, and it's just like, how do you know what's the right thing? It's really not that hard, to be honest with you. It really isn't.
It's not.
You can't govern morality to people. I mean, it's insane. We are concerned with the wrong, absolute wrong things. Like, I looked on my phone, checking my bank account. I'm like, what am I doing that for? I was like, oh, to make the direct deposit. I was like, wow, wait a minute. Pointless. And then it dawned on me, you start doing things differently. It's like when people say, if you know it was your last 24, what would you do? I'm here talking to y'all in the hopes that this matters to y'all. That it's not lightly taken, because it's not light to me. So, I know things are going to be said afterwards about me and whatnot, whatever. Look, do you think I care at this point in time about somebody's opinion? No. I really don't. I just hope that it's not for nothing. And I really hope that everybody gets their stuff together, because we need each other. It's like, I mean, I never understood how, okay, in just terms of, if you got a 5-man football team or a 10, what's better? Probably the 10. Because there's more manpower, there's more people who can produce and help. We're not helping each other. We're selfish, we're self-centered. All we care about is self, likes, things of that nature. That's nonsense. Envious, jealous of stuff. You see something that's like literally glittering dust, it was not even going to be here. We're not. The only thing when you check out, you're leaving with, is your soul, which you arrived with. Just care for somebody else's like you care for that, yours. For everyone's. Let's start trying to do that. Because I can't see, like, when is it going to be satisfied? Because I don't see nothing satisfying this. It's already been satisfied. I'm talking about the here and now of us as people still doing what we're doing to each other. It is insane. It is absolutely insane. And I mean, I know this has been going on and whatnot, but I mean, at what point do we, hit the brakes on it and like pause? If we can just start to place value, like we do it with stuff, objects that we cannot leave with. If we place value like we do, or praise a home in other people, we might get a little further. All of that stuff's gonna come and go, and the people will too. But at least value and put it in its right perspective and what it's supposed to be and what is supposed to matter. That's life, not the other stuff that's filled in it. We collectively make up life. We need to be thinking that. So the thing about it, remember this, only life matters. That's it.
I switched from State Farm because of this site. They had me paying $163 a month for my new car.
All right. So since the last video kind of cut off right at the end, and I didn't realize it until about 5-10 minutes into my little dissertation, I'm gonna start by, I'm discussing the video that we just watched, but I'm also discussing the other video that we watched too in this video, so there's no confusion. So if you haven't seen that other video after this one, go back and watch that, see what his words are, so then you can put everything in context. YouTube fucked me over on that one, so, I'm just going to keep it the way it is. I don't have a fucking YouTube channel team to help fix shit, so you get what you get. The content's there, right? I might rename it or something, but whatever. So from the first video, Clyde talked about how the system that he worked in and the system that's connected to the system that he works in is a demonic system, are demonic systems. And so even though this guy is very religious and uses religion as a way to relate, we're going to throw that bullshit out for a second. And we're going to talk about about the systems, about a system, what a system is. We're not going to, break it down and discuss it like that, but like, what is this system? How many books? How many history books? How many looks into the lives of these names that we hold near and dear? I mean, in the last Stamped from the Beginning video that we reading that we did, we read about Benjamin Franklin, how he's a fuck, and Voltaire, how he's a fuck, and Thomas Jefferson, how he's a double fuck. Everybody, all these motherfuckers are fucks. Even the Quakers were fucks and being assimilationist or even anti-racist for selfish bullshit ass fucking reasons. Everything that this system is built upon is bullshit. Everything. I'm sorry if you like your American pie and your white picket fences in your suburbs. It's built off of violence of everybody, but specifically black people. I don't understand. And so when Clyde complains about the division, why there's so much division, it's baked into the cake. We were reading yesterday about how conflicted Thomas Jefferson was as a person, even though his bitch ass wrote the Declaration of Independence, which kicked off the war, the Revolutionary War. And then while he was in France gallivanting around and fucking, underage slaves and impregnating underage slaves, he was being back and forth against because of his hypocrisy. The country almost got fucked up because of the hypocrisy of Thomas Jefferson. That's the foundation of the country that we're on. A conflicted ass, bunch of slave owning ass, all men are created equal except for them niggas over there, ass motherfuckers. That's where the division comes from. You, every single fucking one of you since the last almost 1,000 years. And if you have, and unless you have been actively participating in trying to figure out a way to dismantle this shit, it is you. And if people can't hear that and want to leave because I tell you that shit, then that's you. It's the fuckers who leave when I say some real shit. Clyde is even in the understanding from the first video that the foundation of the police is to get free slave labor. Still is to this day. 13th Amendment. And when we get to that point and stamped from the beginning, oh, I can't wait. I want to hear about all these fucking reasons why it took almost 2.5 fucking years from the time of the Emancipation Proclamation for niggas to finally realize that they was free. And a whole constitutional amendment got ratified in the meantime. I want to know all their fucking contradictory ass thoughts. I want to know. We're going to read it. It's coming up. We'll read it tomorrow. We'll probably get to that point. I hope. I know Thomas Jefferson's way after that, but you know, hopefully we'll see in the next few readings. The institution of the police is built off of dehumanizing, racist, illogical, stupid foundation. That's what it is. Its foundation is bullshit. And so what we can do, what you can do, police, before we abolish you, you can try to show you're good, to show the need that you supposedly serve in society by helping us do by having guys like Clyde Kerr say these things and not decide that the thing to do after that is to kill yourself. We needed Clyde in this world. So Clyde's gone, but Trump's fascist bitch ass is still here. How? How, Craig? The other cop from Seattle or Washington or Oregon, wherever the fuck, the white dude who literally broke down the system almost the same exact way, saying that police need to do something about this, and I love my job, and I'm trying to serve, and we're not serving. Who got fired? He got fired. He didn't get promoted. He's not no chief of police. The institution is telling you they don't give a fuck about Clyde. They don't give a fuck about the other dude. They don't give a fuck about you, but you want them to exist. Why? You want them to occupy my neighborhood. Why? Because you're fucking racist. And you love it. Because if you didn't, you would be just as upset as I am right now every single fucking day and try to do something within your community to dismantle all this shit. But you don't. You watch Vosh videos. Good job. Next, there's this next part that he was talking about. Who are you doing your job for? Who are the police working for? If they're supposed to be protecting and serving the community, who the fuck have they been serving for the last about 50 fucking years, Joe Biden? Joe Biden specifically made it his motherfucking career ambition to make sure that the state preserves state interests instead of protecting and serving the community. And you know what the state interests are? Running drugs, shutting down dissent of their murderous, terroristic, inhumane, war crimes and domestic terrorism that they do against their own people. Need the cops to shut that shit down. Who are they working for? Occupy Wall Street. What the fuck did they do? Nothing. Who shut them down? The cops. And to the trolls that were here yesterday, the reason why there was unrest during the summertime wasn't because of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, you fuck. It's because the state murders its own people in broad fucking daylight and no one gets held accountable, and we ain't taking that shit no more. Why did you motherfuckers go to the Capitol? Oh, because you're stupid fucking conspiracy theorists, brainwashed stupid fucks who think the election was fraud? Oh. I wonder whose issues are more logical. I wonder whose issues deserve examination and critique. And there has been decades upon centuries of critiques of the issues that have gotten us to the summer. But you just literally make up bullshit, and white people got mad and broke their own shit down in the Capitol. And was spurred on by elected officials to do it. Ain't no elected officials told us to go down in the streets and do what we did. We needed to do that shit because we as people need to fight back against tyranny. And if you don't think that the police is being tyrannical to all people, but specifically black people, you are the fucking problem. In the first video, he made mention about a bunch of programs and a bunch of different solutions that we can come up with. And even though I personally don't agree with a good number of those suggestions, the fact that he, as someone in the law enforcement industry, has to try to figure something out, that's better than what the fucking leadership is doing. I believe there should be no police at all. Fuck every single one of them motherfuckers. Fuck that whole institution. We don't need it. We don't even need like a quarter of the state, because their whole job is to spur division, propaganda, and make sure the elite gets paid, because that's who the real leadership in this country is. No conspiracy theorists. It's what capitalism is. So I'm glad that he had solutions. And what we are going to do here in this community, once we get to those books and once we get to those figures, we're going to discuss those actual solutions, like abolition of the police and the abolition of a lot of these things, and the dismantling of a lot of the causes, a lot of the root causes of the problems, of the things that we feel that we need police for in the first place. I don't want them to be reformed. I don't want them to have jobs. You don't deserve, there should be no one who is law enforcement, because we don't need that shit, because we're going to dismantle most of the things that cause those problems in the first place. I'm sure there's going to be issues, and sure there's going to be people that need to be separated from society, but the way that we do that, as far as using them as free and slave labor, well, that's not necessary. I didn't say that we need to do that. I said we need to do something different that doesn't cause these problems. We need to lower the recidivism rate. Or is it raise? Whichever the positive one is. I'm on one right now. We should have a social timeout that's based off of bringing people back into the social order of things, not making sure that they're excluded and will continue to be slave labor. America. So then moving on to the second video, he kind of was just emotionally going off because, this guy's about to kill himself, and he has made sure, or he has built the resolve that that's not going to change. So with this last video, he wanted, from what I gathered out of it, he wanted a few things. He wanted to kind of clarify a few points, and then he wanted you to, it was his last plea to make sure what is currently happening now with his message didn't happen. How many of you knew who the fuck Clyde Kerr the third was up until you saw my fucking stream? And I'm included in this. That's why I'm so fucking upset. I found out about this man this morning. I am upset. I am ashamed. I feel terrible. This man sacrificed himself on Monday for these reasons, and I didn't find out about this shit until Thursday, and none of you fucking know. This makes me feel like he does. Like, what's the fucking point of this shit? Why are we here? But here's the thing. System. People who adhere to the system. People who think that they're not adhering to the system, but are adhering to the system. White fucking bitch-ass LARPing leftists. I'm not going anywhere. You aren't going to get rid of me as easily as the system got rid of Clyde. I will hound you. I will attack you. I will show your contradictions and hypocrisy every fucking day until this system dies and we can do something that helps everyone. Including you fake ass LARPing bitch ass white leftists. You too, you're included in my plans. Even you fucking racist, ignorant, stupid chuds that follow that conservative mindset, that's all bullshit. My worldview includes you. I want to help you. I want you to be able to live, because when you live, guess what you're not gonna do? That racist shit. Because it's all bullshit to make you feel better because your ancestors stole everything. You got imposter syndrome, generational imposter syndrome. What do I need from you right now? Money and the signal boost. Where are your friends, Chris Vassar? And where's my money? And if you're worried about the money, there's a video that you can click. If I got paid $160,000 a month like Chapo Trap House, if you're worried about where your money is going to go, watch that video and then give me more money. Only life matters, this man says. And he's right. Only life does matter. So in my last rant yesterday, when we were talking about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, I think the problem with the left is, especially considering that most of their friends and family are these chuds that they want to convert. They feel like I need to save my uncle. No, the fuck you don't, because your uncle wants you dead, bitch. These fuckers don't value life. So stop signal boosting them. Stop quote tweeting them. I need to stop doing it too. Stop watching their fucking videos. Stop giving them the time of day. They don't value life. We need to signal boost and spotlight people who do, and movements who do, and politicians who do, and speakers and leaders and organizers who do. And we need to stop highlighting and stop signal boosting and stop making famous fuckers who prove they don't. But the only way that I'm going to get attention is if I do what the people want. Well, when you read shit, you know what people want? They want to make up fucking reasons why my skin is my skin. That makes me less of a person, which makes me need to do all their work for them. But I'm fucking lazy though. I can fucking, oh man, there was this one part in this book.
$86.
Shut up, commercial. Sorry, I need to get rid of this. My bad.
Try it.
There was this thing in this book. Oh, Ibram put it down. Ibram put it down. Let me find it. Oh my God. Ibram killed him with this one. Hold on. Ready? Here we go. Ibram X. Kendi. I read this yesterday. With notes on the state of Virginia, Thomas Jefferson emerged as the preeminent American authority on black intellectual inferiority. The status would persist over the next 50 years. Jefferson did not mention the innumerable enslaved Africans who learned to be highly intelligent blacksmiths, shoemakers, bricklayers, coopers, carpenters, engineers, manufacturers, artisans, musicians, farmers, midwives, physicians, overseers, house managers, cook, and bi- and trilingual translators, all of the workers who made his Virginia plantation, and many others almost entirely self-sufficient. But I'm inferior to you bitches, though, and this idea has carried on from about 1,000 years ago till fucking now, which is the cause for the reason why Clyde fucking Kerr killed himself on the impetus that the industry that he worked in, which is law enforcement, is corrupt and bullshit. Because every single cop is a bastard because the institution at which you work in is bastardly. If only life matters, you know whose life mattered? Clyde Kerr III. And this man decided that he wanted for you to value yours. And that's fucking with me. It's fucking me up. And then I didn't even hear about this message until 4 days later. 3 days later, excuse me. And I'm sick with it. I feel like such a shit human fucking being. But let me ask you this question. And I'm not perfect, and nor am I claiming to be. But if the most important thing that I feel right now is sadness because I missed a seemingly decent man's message that he killed himself over as a police officer in a time where the idea of police and policing and what we need to do in the Joe Biden administration, blah, 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 blah. Why the fuck have I not heard about this? Right? So if that's like the worst thing that I feel right now, based off of these words and these topics that we're coming from, right? What do you need to do? And a lot of you have a lot more work to do than others, and whatever. This isn't a who's got more work to do Olympic battle. It's supposed to be a introspective tome that you should give to yourself. Because the thing that almost fucking got me emotionally while I was watching this is because I watched this already. The part in the second video where he says, and he was gonna go on it, but you could tell that his mind kind of like went to something else. Please explain it right. So Chris Vassar, you asked, what do you need from me right now, right? Or what do I need from you? Here's another thing I need. I need you to listen to the words that I say when I say the words. Not what you think I'm saying, not what you want me to say, not the box that you want to put me in, white leftists who think I'm a Umar Johnson Hotep, and not the box that you want me to put me in, black people who think I'm some fucking Lily the fucking, kumbaya liberal or whatever the fuck. Not the boxes that you want to put me in. What the fuck I said when I said it. One of the issues that we have here in this apparatus that we call social media and streaming and whatnot is we look to be entertained yet informed, but have our confirmations or biased confirmed. I'm sorry. And that's why a Vosh exists, and that's why a Xander Hall exists, and that's why, I mean, there's a list on Twitter. Look at this list. Look at this list. I'm gonna show you this list here. There was this little thread I was a part of from one of my black comrade content creator Dead Animations. There was this post from somebody that was, this is the analytics I want to hear. I'll show it to you. This is the analytics that I want to see people sharing. This is the good shit. So we got Jim Sterling, white, Vosh, white, Thought Slime, white, H Bomber Guy, white, ContraPoints, white, Philosophy Tube, white, Hassan, white passing, Jose, white passing, some more news, white, The Surf's Times, white. This is the analytics that you want to see? A bunch of fucking white people who say the same shit over and over again, and most of these motherfuckers don't do shit. Then over half of these motherfuckers were chuds 3 years ago. And then Vosh is a fucking racist. And then Thought Slime is like one of those really well-meaning, like such a great guy. Like I fucking love Thought Slime. Like he's almost there, but he ain't. ContraPoints is the fucking a lib. Hassan's like the closest. Hassan and Jose is good. I like Jose. I'm not saying these people are bad, but I'm saying these are the only fucking people that you listen to. These are the only fucking people that you signal boost. It's the only fucking people that you pay. So they get to live off of doing half-ass work. Meanwhile, you got people like Bantu Otaku and Haufer and fucking, damn, I can't even list. There's so many fucking black names out there. I can't even list them all. That are doing real work. That are giving their all to read these books and to read these theories, and nobody gives them any fucking attention because they're black and they yell and they're this and whatever the fuck it is that you motherfuckers need to confirm your fucking racist bias to, that you've been doing throughout fucking history. Especially when it comes to leftism work. You want me to, I mean, overturning the culture of violence, I don't have that, when I read that whole book, I don't have that on YouTube because those videos got fucked up and fucking Twitch banned me, so I don't have access to none of my clips anymore. But I read a whole fucking the African People's Socialist Party, right? Does anybody even know who that organization is? Does anybody even know who Omali Yeshitela is? But you know who Vosh is? That's fucking weird. Omali Yeshitela has been literally on the fucking ground since the 60s. No cap. You think I say good shit? African People's Socialist Party, Uhuru, all that shit. Go look him up. He gets as much visibility as I do. And this is the man. This man has an actual international organization that I guarantee none of you even fucking know. But you know Vosh, though. That's what's up, Burris. You should hit them up if you're gonna do that, though. If you're gonna do that, hit me up and then I'll hit them up. I know a literal head of the San Diego, I lived with her for a while, the head of the San Diego Solidarity Movement, which is the white people side. I know her. I've met Omali Yeshitela. I've met Penny Hess. I've talked to them. They've taught me. They've guided me. I just don't want to join the organization. We're diametrically opposed on that part. But you immersing yourself in their shit is way better than any Vosh video. And then overall, at the end of the day, even though I seem to muddy the water when I talk about these LARPing leftists, and the reason why I call them LARPing leftists is they mean well, but they aren't trying to dismantle capitalism. And that is literally quite literally, if y'all are such leaders, dismantle capitalism. You want to run shit so bad, okay, dismantle capitalism. And then tell me why. First off, y'all don't want to dismantle capitalism, so that's issue number one. And then number two, even if you do want to dismantle capitalism, most of you don't really know why outside of the fact that it's exploitative. Which is like a good start. But no. It's because it's fucking violent and racist. Mainly racist. And built upon racism. Where do they get the raw materials to even create the gems to sell at profit in the first place? Ooh. So if we need each other, because Clyde is right, we do need each other. And I do need those leftists to stop LARPing. And I do need my black comrades to be signal boosted. Because, I mean, if you think I'm woke or good, but there's more of me out here. You just ignore them on purpose. Or the algorithm. Well, you've come to the stream. There's no excuses. I'm reading stamped from the beginning. I have every fucking single page on YouTube. There is no excuse for you not knowing information. We're going to be reading more books. Well, I'm trying to read as many books as fast as I possibly can every single fucking day if I could, but I gotta go sell cars because I can't make a living off of making good videos. I can't make a living off of Twitch. You wanna know why? I got brigaded by white leftists because I dare talk about the racism that white Jews have done in history and in the world because of what they did to Nick Cannon. Even though Nick Cannon may have worded some things incorrectly, he didn't say anything that wasn't factual. And you don't understand that. And because you don't understand that, and because J-Onehundred decided to go against the grain, I don't get to be a part of the club anymore. That shows you how fucking racist you are and how fake you are. You are fake. Fix it. So another man like Clyde Kerr doesn't ever have to feel that he has to sacrifice his life on the doorsteps of his sheriff department ever again to make the point that we need to realize that life is something that matters. It is. So fucking act like it. Make the steps. And if you really want to be a leader, help dismantle capitalism by collectivizing with someone who is telling you, if you give me the money, I'm going to create a business that makes sure that every employee is taken care of and any excess funds go to building community organizations that cannot be touched by the government. And when the government does touch it, we will fuck them up, just like the Declaration of Independence and that fucking conflicted, flawed ass piece of shit Thomas Jefferson that you suck dick on so much we can follow his words. Oh, that only applies to you though, huh? Not us? Well, that just goes to show you what this shit is. I refuse to let Clyde Kerr die in vain. I refuse to let his memory be nothing. I refuse to let the little 3 articles that I found and a couple of fucking videos be the only thing that stands. Do better, all of you, me included. Do not let Clyde Kerr be dead and sacrifice himself to show you that all cops are bastards as a cop. Don't let that happen in vain. Please, I'm begging you as a human fucking being.